In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate. There are moments in life when the weight of trials feels unbearable, when pain knocks on the door of your soul, and when your patience is pushed beyond its limit. It is in those very moments that the words of Hazrat Ali, peace be upon him, shine like a guiding light. Always be patient in hardship, for gold is tested by fire and the believer by hardship. These words are not just advice. They are wisdom drawn from the deepest ocean of truth, a reminder that our suffering is never meaningless, and our hardships are not random punishments. They are tests, purifications, and paths to becoming something greater than we were before. Imagine a piece of raw gold, freshly taken out of the earth. At first glance, it does not shine, it does not attract admiration, and it does not reveal its value. It is covered in dust, stones, and impurities. In order for this hidden treasure to become what it was meant to be, it must endure the fire. The flames burn away the dirt and remove the impurities, leaving only purity, brilliance, and beauty. This is exactly what happens with the human soul. Just as gold cannot shine without the fire, the believer cannot reach true faith, strength, and closeness to Allah without the fire of hardship. Every human being, at some point in life, faces difficulty. It may come as poverty, illness, loss of loved ones, betrayal by friends, or disappointments that crush the heart. These are the flames of life. They hurt, they burn, and they challenge us in ways we sometimes think we cannot endure. But Hazrat Ali reminds us that these trials are not meant to destroy us, they are meant to shape us. They separate the impurities of arrogance, selfishness, and weakness from the purity of patience, gratitude, and faith. Think about the story of Prophet Ayyub, peace be upon him, who lost his wealth, his health, and even the support of people around him. Yet he never lost his patience. He never lost his faith. His suffering was long, his pain was deep, but his patience turned his trial into a crown of honor. In the end, Allah restored him with even greater blessings than before. This is what Hazrat Ali teaches us: if you stand firm in hardship, you do not come out empty-handed. You come out refined, honored, and closer to your Lord. Now let us pause for a moment and reflect on our own lives. How many times have we complained when things became difficult? How many times have we thought, why me? Why is this happening to me? But if we could look at our hardships through the eyes of Hazrat Ali, we would see them differently. Instead of asking, why me? We would begin to ask, what lesson is Allah teaching me through this? Every pain has a purpose. Every difficulty hides a secret mercy. Every tear that falls from the eye waters the garden of faith in the heart. Patience is not just about sitting quietly and waiting for the pain to pass. Patience is strength. It is the ability to continue trusting Allah when everything around you falls apart. It is to keep moving forward even when the path is dark and uncertain. It is to keep your tongue clean from complaints and your heart filled with hope. Hazrat Ali knew that true patience is an act of worship. When a believer endures hardship without losing faith, he or she rises in the sight of Allah in ways that are beyond imagination. Consider also the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him and his family. Was his life free from hardship? No. From the very beginning, he lost his parents, he faced poverty, he endured mockery, torture, and rejection. Even those closest to him left this world, breaking his heart. Yet he remained patient, merciful, and steadfast. His patience was not a weakness, it was his greatest strength. Hazrat Ali, being raised in the house of the Prophet, learned from him that patience is the key to victory. My dear brothers and sisters, hardship is not a punishment but a pathway. The believer walks this path not with despair but with dignity, because every step taken in patience brings him closer to Allah. If you lose something in this world but you gain patience, you have in fact gained something priceless. Because patience brings forgiveness, patience brings reward, and patience brings light in the darkness of life. Let us also remember that no hardship lasts forever. Just as the night eventually gives way to the dawn, and winter eventually yields to spring, our pain too has an end. Allah has promised in the Quran, indeed, with hardship comes ease. Notice, Allah does not say after hardship, but with hardship. Meaning, even within your trial, there is a hidden ease, a hidden blessing, a hidden door that will open when the time is right. The fire does not last forever, but its effect lasts for eternity. When Hazrat Ali says that the believer is tested by hardship, he reminds us that Allah values us too much to leave us untested. Just as a teacher does not promote a student without an exam, Allah does not raise the believer without trials. These trials are not given to break us but to reveal the strength within us that we never knew we had. Sometimes, your own patience surprises you. You look back at your life and say, I don't know how I survived that storm. The answer is, you survived because Allah was with you, and because you held on with patience. Now let me speak to you directly, to the one listening to these words. Whatever hardship you are facing right now, know that it is not meaningless. If you are sick, your patience cleanses you like fire purifies gold. If you are poor, your patience is polishing your soul for a wealth far greater in the hereafter. If you have lost someone dear, your patience is building for you a reunion more beautiful than you can imagine. Every pain, every loss, every difficulty is a step on the ladder that leads you higher. There is also something else to remember. Hardship not only purifies the individual, but it also reveals who truly stands with you. In times of ease, everyone is your friend. In times of hardship, masks fall away, and you see who truly loves you for the sake of Allah. Hazrat Ali himself experienced betrayal, abandonment, and injustice, yet he remained patient. His patience was not silent acceptance of injustice but a dignified endurance that preserved his honor. Do not mistake patience for weakness. It is one of the strongest forms of courage. Anyone can lose their temper. Anyone can scream, complain, or give up. But only the strong can hold firm, remain calm, and keep faith alive in the heart when the storm rages around them. That is why Allah loves the patient. That is why Hazrat Ali said the believer is tested by hardship, because only through hardship does patience become visible. Think of it this way, if life were always easy, if everything always went our way, how would we ever grow? How would we ever learn humility, gratitude, or reliance on Allah? Just as the child learns to walk by falling, and the bird learns to fly by struggling, the believer learns strength, wisdom, and faith through hardship. Without hardship, faith would remain a theory, untested and unproven. With hardship, faith becomes real, living, and powerful. So when the fire of life touches you, remember the gold. Remember that you are being purified, not destroyed. Remember that your pain is not in vain, your tears are not wasted, and your patience is not unnoticed. Every second of endurance is recorded by the angels and treasured by Allah. On the Day of Judgment, when people see the reward of patience, they will wish they had been tested even more, because the reward is beyond imagination. And so, let us carry these words of Hazrat Ali in our hearts. Always be patient in hardship, for gold is tested by fire and the believer by hardship. Let us remind ourselves that patience is not just a reaction, but a choice. A choice to trust, a choice to endure, a choice to rise above pain with faith. And if we live by this choice, then no fire can burn us, no storm can drown us, and no darkness can blind us, because patience itself becomes our light, our shield, and our path to Allah.